Book 2, Chapter 4, Part 3. The Packies had an immutable contract with Black, coerced by his oil slick off their narrow road of regulations, power and trade, fronting with his fine threads and stature and sweet-talking manner of murderous things. They not only allowed him a key to the building, they gave him free run of the floors without running him off, even called the security detail off, introducing him around with handshakes to the patrol. He told them he was there to help keep the peace. There was no knowing exactly how it happened the Malified came to roost, but few would question his territory. Everyone was scared to death of him. His immediate effect on the whole building was one of grand appeasement, pacific interest, like a bird coming home to the nest of screaming chicks with the worm to shut them up. Yeah, peaceful as in controlled. Black out there on the edge of the lower bottoms, and pale as the moon. And who could deny his place in the sky? Heartless and careless, clearly out for profit, filled with self-loathing and nothing to lose. A real megalomaniac, or my name is Young. Drunk off his power back there behind the boarding house in his one-bedroom flat, hoping to rule his little world for the balance of his days on earth. I don't know why, but I liked Sunkist anyway, maybe because it glowed orange and was useless. It wasn't trying to pretend it was any good when it wasn't, unlike Coke or Pepsi always fighting for popularity. Sunkist was just plain old sugar water, not even kissed by the sun, or else they would have spelled it that way. A dark capitalist concoction. Maids would come down several flights of stairs to let me in nights, and we dropped some change, or not, into the machine in the lobby for some Agent Orange falling into the pit. Below made that particular rumble you never forget, like when billiard balls fall out of the pen. The syrupy bubbles tickled the back of our throats. Radioactive. Alien. And I would race him to the top, waving at the cameras while ascending, sticking out my tongue, childishly, making silly faces, wiggling my behind. Hell, I didn't care if they fired up their engines every morning on Darjeeling tea while reviewing the tape. Poor suckers. Only my secret favorite would hide a smile while the men reacted with sharp and merciless words against us, not even knowing anything about us. We were crazy in love, alien to the species, tossing back that antifreeze, cold on the system. My secret favorite, she secretly favored me too. I knew. Once when I went to pay her $10, she put her hands over mine. I remember the silver snake wrapped around her middle finger. She closed my fingers back over the bills and wouldn't have it. Pakistani nobility expressed without a word. We would head up to the room for some fair love-making, or not. Sex isn't all too important to our kind. To be honest, we usually just sat around sipping Sunkist, playing Crazy Eights, and eating cookies. My boy, he liked to fire up a joint for kicks, to coast out of all tensions and surf the tunnels of melting waves of mute elation, holding me. I shut my eyes against his too-weak Latin beard, inhaling leather and weed smoke. On the other side of some painted iron, Black, a Malified if I ever knew one, lay in wait for all the sentients who fell easily into his trap, coming to him sick, giving him a sliver of life to consume, touched by his 24/7 observance, thanking him for the taste, leaving with a fresh signal time to expire, coming back hours later for more, pale as ghosts, 2 or 3 deep sometimes, walking in their sleep, hands up on the wrought iron, trying to hold it together. I could see them from the window looking down, coming and going, hollering out to him, sometimes pleading around the clock. I really felt bad for them, seeing them so subservient. I felt terrible about it. Anyone ought to have their freedom intact, no matter what